Hello, United Nation and astronauts alike, and welcome back to another PC Retro Let's Play of Mission Critical Point and Click Extravaganza. We are on the planet of Persephone, and we are about to solve the mystery of the universe. How are you, baby boy? I am fine. So, last time we landed on the planet, I don't think we have to really do anything here anymore. I don't think. We got some stuff. We got plenty to do. Alright, so we have metal fragments. You climb slowly up the jagged ice formation, fighting the oppressive gravity of this hellish world. Eventually, you reach the point about a third of the way up the formation. You can't climb any further without falling. Okay. Let's cut a hole in this bad boy. Let's get in there. Crank up the cutting torch. The dense hydrocarbon atmosphere of Persephone causes the normal crisp blue flame to burn twice as the normal size with a strange muddy yellow color. You bring the flame to bear on the ice, taking care not to lose your balance. After several minutes of hard work, you succeed in melting a small cylinder hole. Well, that looks like we can put a bomb in it. Okay. So do we just set it for like 4 minutes? Just drop our way back down. The pilot on the cutting torch times out and the torch extinguishes itself. Okay, cool. How much time has to pass before it explodes? Did I give it too much time? Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm sitting here waiting. It ain't going off. I do it. Come on. Like... No, do not take the bomb. Ah, no. Oh, what? I was too close. Oh, what? So I think I... Okay. Okay, well, we know what to do here, so... Can't believe I blew myself up numerous times because of my impatience. The antimatter bomb detonates inside the candy box. Yeah, explodiness. Gotta love explodiness. Ooh. The tunnel ends abruptly in a huge cavern dug out of the rock in the planet's crust. You are standing at the edge of a sharp drop-off looking onto the vast square stone cathedral that must be thousands of meters on the side. Ooh, okay. So is this where we use this? Shoot! Hear an empty click. You line up your sights of the probe launcher with the bridge structure across the chasm. Decide to aim high in order to compensate for the heavy gravity. With some trepidation, you pull the trigger. Boom! Got it. The probe seems to have anchored itself solidly in a material of the bridge. You pull the wire taut and secure it on this side of the chasm. As you are struggling with the end of the wire, you accidentally knock the probe launcher into the chasm. Oh, that sucks. Ponder the situation for a moment before attempting to traverse the chasm. Eventually, you realize that you can clip the tether rings to your suit to the wire, entangle it over the chasm, pulling yourself along the length of the wire until you reach the other side. You can thus avoid having to cross hand over hand, which would have you relying on your arms to support 2.5 times the normal weight of your body in your suit. You put your plan into action. The crossing takes only a few minutes, but feels like an eternity. When you finally reach the bridge structure of the cavern, you barely have enough strength to pull yourself up and over the edge and flop onto the surface. You rest on it for a few precious moments, trying to regain your breath. When you feel like you can resume normal movement, you stand up. Man. Hey, that's the tunnel where we're at. Diamond-shaped platform emerges from the intersection of four bridges that converge. Well, let's go back this way. This is where we started. Take that. It's anchored to the platform. You tug hard on the block, but it's held in place by a force generated by the platform. Oh. Okay. that. Why can't I go that way? Wait, aren't there stairs? Ah, here we go. Booyah, science! You lift the prism off the platform and meet no resistance at all. The yellow key must have broken a bond of some kind between the prism and the platform. Perhaps the key held in the electrical charge which neutralizes the bond. Darn Skippy. Is this where I'm supposed to go? No. Well, let's see though. Can I put this in here? I can. Okay, so I need... So probably a blue square. Looks like the Tesseract from Avengers and Captain America, the first Avenger, and... Is there a map? Oh, there is a map. Look at that. There's one other side. Can I go this way? I don't think I could. We still can't take it. I wonder what's supposed to hold that there, then. There's got to be another little energy rod thingy. This way? Nope. Going back this way. Cheeto beats. Alright, let's keep going around. And there's that one. Alright, here we go. So we have to put the Tesseract in here. Alright, the prism fits perfectly into the square slot. Both prisms are in place. So watch them impatiently, expecting them to melt into tubes, cylinders, or basins, but nothing happens. The prisms obviously belong here, but there must be another step required in here. Step required in order to get them to... I mean, if we need fire, I mean... No! If we need fire, I have fire. Ignite. Melt. The blue crystal melts into a glowing blue fluid, which runs into the transparent tubing. No more Tesseract. Ooh, it's green. The liquid from the melts the prisms have combined to form a strange glowing green fluid. As the bottom of the basin is covered with the new substance, you notice a quick flicker. Barely discernible flash of light race up. The phenomenon is echoed by the crystal in the walls of the cavern around you, a flash of light so quick that you almost missed it. Perhaps it's an indication of a state of change in the materials around you. It might as well affect the entire installation. Intrigued, you turn on the scanner and hold it over the mysterious green fluid. It's Majin Buu. It's a snork. The green fluid is composed of a molecule-sized blobs. These blobs are active, moving. They almost seem to be alive. The blue and yellow prisms must have held the chemical components for these blobs in stasis. When the components combined, the result of the creation of these tiny nanomachines. Okay. Let's put this out. So there's that other room. Okay. Oh, let me take it. You take the octray block from the platform. There is no resistance at all. The force that held the block on the platform seems to have been completely nullified. Cool. Probably should have looked and seen where I was. Pyramid depression, so that would be... Wait. Okay. You drop the orche block into the seething green fluid and it begins to melt. You hold the scanner over the boiling liquid. The first generation nanomachines are using the raw material from the block to build millions of larger and more complex nanomachines. Okay. Toss the empty spool into the basin. The nanomachines don't seem to be interested in it. When you go over to recover the spool, one of the metal fittings on your suit comes into contact with the seething mass of most. Non-essential. You drop the metal fragments into the ferocious liquid inside the basin. The reaction is immediate and furious. Intrigued, you turn to look at your scanner and take a look. Okay. Once you figure out that the micro machines... Oh, micro machines! Gotta get those micro machines. I gotta find them. That's a joke for my mom, for anyone watching. Once you figure out that the micro machines in the basin are short on raw material, you make several trips back to the wrecked lander to salvage additional pieces of the hull and the ship item or systems. As you put each of the load into the basin, the metal melts away as it is disassembled by the microbots and used for some mysterious construction task. Eventually, you'll see the outlines of something beginning to form in the basin. After a number of trips, you start running out of easy pickings to resort to ripping cabin doors out of the cargo compartment. By then, the basin is dominated by the gleaming metal skeleton of a large insect-like robot. The microbots are nearly done with the first of what seems to be the next generation of machines. When the new robot is nearly finished, the micro machines in the basin begin to cannibalize each other for the final phase of construction, and they have all but disappeared when the finished product, a robot that looks like a big metallic grasshopper, is complete, and the new machine comes to life with a crackling hum, blue light radiating from the inside. The first action is to burrow into the material of the basin and disappear. Several hours pass. You maintain a vigil at the basin, making trips out to the lander only to replace your suit of oxygen tanks when your oxygen reserves are nearly depleted, and you are about to give up hope. You sense a vibration on the floor of the depression, and a few minutes later, the construction robot trundles out of the pit it dug and climbs up the slope of the depression. Hi. Oh, that's what you look like. A few seconds later, another robot just like it emerges from the pit and trundles up the slope and out through the tunnel entrance. A third follows, and then a fourth and a fifth. You realize that the first robot spent those endless hours replicating itself from the ore deposits under the cavern floor. The intention of the builders must have been to have made the micro machines in the basin use the ore under the cavern floor to build the larger of the construction robots. Perhaps the composition of the slate material in the basin changed over time and prevented the tiny machines from tunneling their way down. In any case, it seemed an endless stream of robots, now machines, to and from the pit. Oh. Okay. What are you building? Can't tell if it's like some kind of jet. The builders of the installation knew that no complex machine could survive the ravages of time. They coded the designs of the plans for the installation's machines inside to form a chemical DNA. This DNA had the advantage of being stable over the time and redundant. There must have been millions of individual molecules in the prisms you used to kick off the activation sequence. Upon activation, the chemical components combined to create the nanomachines, and these nanomachines built micromachines, which built the large construction robots. The robots brought the installation to life after a little bit of exploration. You know that all of the secondary caverns are now filled with marvelous and mysterious machines, their secrets waiting to be unraveled. Those secrets will have to wait for those that follow you. You are running out of time. Your attention is focused on one machine in particular, the centerpiece of the installation. The robots have built something that looks suspiciously like a portal of some kind in the middle of the largest cavern. It might be a gateway, a transportation device intended to convey the discoverers of the installation to its builders. You pray for the deliverance. You run down one of the bridges towards the platform, towards the beams, sparkly light. But I'm running fast. Oh, the portal seems to draw you in to welcome you. As you get closer, the light gets brighter. Finally, you run up to the steps, chiseled into the platform, and steps into the light. Okay. Boy, I hope we know where we're going. journey ends in this searing, brilliant white flash. You materialize back in the physical world within a cone of perfect vacuum. Air rushes in to fill the vacuum with a pop at the same time that you are dropped in on your head. You appear out of nowhere and at 0.2 meters off the ground. Stunned, you try and get your bearings. You are definitely not on Persephone anymore. You are inside some kind of structure surrounded by wreckage. You can see burning orange and red clouds rolling by outside the open door. Slowly, you get to your feet, closing your eyes and taking a last breath of stale suit air. You crack the seal on your helmet. You hold your breath as long as you can and let it out. When you breathe back in again, you almost choke on the foul air. The good news is that it's just a bad smell. The air actually seems to be breathable. What are the odds that the builders came from an Earth-type world? 1,000,000 to 1. For a tiny moment, you feel incredibly lucky. Then again, you may be stuck on an alien world light years from Earth. Your brain decaying from hype, unable to complete the mission because you have no way of getting information back home. Shred of metal, just reinforced domestic construction. Okay. The door doesn't budge. It's got a 7 on it. Do I burn my way through? You try to pry open the door with the cutting torch, but it isn't any help. I mean, what? Cutting torch is nearly out of alkaline. What? Oh wait, twist the middle. There we go. As you enter the room, you notice a bent but colorful piece of metal on the floor. It must have fallen off the wall. You reach down to pick it up. Oh, Los Angeles. So I wonder if we're going to see Aloy here. This is Earth? But it can't be. The wreckage, the blasted building. You suspected that these were not artifacts of the same race that built the installation on Persephone. What happened? Did your voyage through the gateway create a relativistic event? What the heck? That's a weird word. Is this Earth in the future? Why did the gateway send you here? Did the builders invade Earth while you were traveling? You feel panic and despair bubbling up inside of you. Oh. This room seems relatively intact, not too much of a surprise because the area was built like a bunker. A panel with 2 switches dominates one wall. Your attention is also drawn to the curious pile of large flat discs. Well, let's take them. Cool. wander out of the wrecked structure through which you entered this awful place and stop when you reach a track of some kind. It leads to the heart of the vast, dead city of Los Angeles, out into the desolate wasteland. The city was obviously the scene of a terrible battle. The hulks of tanks, armored personnel carriers, and aircraft are littered around the blasted ruins of the buildings. Intermingled with the familiar warcraft are the wrecks of strange machines. And bones. Lots and lots of bones. Standing on a track which runs from the ruined skyline of the blasted city out into a vast wasteland of track, consists of very shiny metal rail housing it's maybe Earth, but that tower in the distance is most definitely not native to the landscape, the alien in appearance. Well, so where do I go from here? Oh, touch. Metal and ceramic rail. Mission system. Okay. Armored personnel carrier and crush underneath. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I can do with this. The disc is being stabilized by the powerful magnetic field being generated by the maglev track. It is very stable. Sit on the disc experimentally, and it wobbles not at all. It could probably accommodate several tons of cargo without losing stability in the maglev. If I pop again. Well, let's get on it. Come on. What? Okay. I am lost here. Yeah, I know. That's why I put the disc on. disc is being stabilized by our... What? Like... I don't understand, like, why it's... Okay. Okay. Well, that's silly. Okay. Wait, where did... There we go. You hop on the disc before it starts moving. The disc is as steady as a rock. You might as well be sitting on the ground. You grip the edges of the disc tightly and wait. I wish I could see some of this stuff. Eventually, the induction starts pulling the disc forward. It glides down the track, picking up speed very smoothly and gradually. But before you know it, the ground is whipping under you at a frightening rate and the wind is threatening to blow you off the top of the disc. The disc accelerates until it is going well over 300 kilometers per hour. The only way you can stay on board is to lock the joints of your suit so that it hugs the disc. Man, it is a very unpleasant ride. You scream along the rail for quite some time. The black tower on the horizon getting closer and closer until it fills the sky. It must be 10 kilometers high. Finally, the disc begins to slow down. It slows down a lot quicker than it's sped up, and the reason is soon apparent. The maglev rail ends abruptly about 1,000 meters in front of the black wall. The wall apparently guards the entrance to the huge tower, and the sheer black wall rising overhead. When the disc stops moving, you walk over to the wall. Hello. Gives you a wall that stands in front of the black tower, an imposing structure with a sheer face that is perhaps 30 meters tall. Okay. It's better than mine. Dude, that tank was trying to blow through the frickin'. Oh. You climbed partway into the crater in the wall. The tank cut pretty far into the wall before it was hit. You lumberously climb up the side of the tank until you are perched on the top of the tracks. Ooh. Inside the tank is actually claustrophobic, a surprise considering the enormous bulk of the vehicle. There are seats for a gunner and a driver, each in separated little compartments. Oh, hey, dude. Take a bone. Looking for a grisly souvenir, are you? Well, forget it. Ugh, leave the driver's skull alone. Push the heavy red breaker switch and it gives way for a loud snap. Power flows from the tank's reserve batteries to the onboard system, causing some short out in the shower. Sparks still enough to the system working. The system breakers will then trip, blast, and filter through enough for the core electronics to preserve the auto system. Graphical image of the screen of the interface for the tank's targeting system. The main gun is locked on the crater on the wall outside. All you have to do is hit the fire button. There's the fire button. The batteries and capacitors discharge at the maximum possible rate, short of an uncontrollable explosion. Each particle beam cannon comes to life. Get it? Oh, we did. You climb further into the tunnel, bored by the powerful particle beam cannon on the tank. The metal around you is still warm, but not as warm as you would think after being heated to 1,000 degrees by a bolt of plasma. There's a blue light in the front of you. It's brighter as you get closer. Suddenly, you are falling. After a frightening drop, you land heavily on the metal surface. You regain your wits and look around you.